Okay, today I talk about PSVT and ventricular tachycardia of VT. PSVT stands for paroxysmal supraventricular tachycardia, and VT stands for ventricular tachycardia. These two arrhythmias are often confused, especially by medical students. Today we will focus on their origin, ECG features, causes, and treatment differences using a simple schematic to make everything clear. First, let's briefly review normal cardiac conduction, because this is the key to understanding both arrhythmias. The electrical signal starts at the SA node, travels to the AV node, then passes through his bundle and finally spreads through the Purkinje fibers. From a hemodynamic perspective, the atrial contract first, then the ventricular contract, and after that, the heart relaxes. Understanding this normal pathway is essential because PSVT and VT differ mainly in where this pathway is disrupted. I have another video that explains this normal condition in details, so please check the video as well. Now let's talk about PSVT. PSVT is caused by a small reentry circuit on the AV node. Because this reentry loop is very small, the electrical stimulation becomes rapid, constant, regular. As a result, the ventricles are repeatedly stimulated at high rate, but ventricular activation still follows the normal conduction system. The most common form of PSVT is AVNRT, which occurs within or very close to the AV node. Another important type is AVRT, which involves an accessory pathway such as in Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. In many patients, PSVT occurs without structural heart disease because it is primarily an electrical disorder rather than myocardial damage. Episodes are often triggered by increased sympathetic tone, such as stress, caffeine, alcohol, lack of sleep, or acute illness. Electrolyte imbalance can also lower the threshold of re-entry. In PSVT, the rhythm is regular and ventricular activation follows the normal conduction pathway. Because of this, the QRS complex remains narrow and uniform. P waves are usually not visible because atrial activation occurs so rapidly that it becomes hidden within the QRS complex. A very common clinical question is how to distinguish PSVT from sinus tachycardia. Both show the narrow QRS complex and regular rhythm, but the most important difference is how the tachycardia begins. Sinus tachycardia usually develops gradually and typically shows visible P wave. In contrast, PSVT starts suddenly, and P waves are absent at the onset. This sudden onset is often the easiest and most reliable bedside clue to distinguish PSVT from sinus tachycardia. PSVT is treated by slowing or interrupting AV node conduction. Vagal maneuvers are often tried first because they increase vagal tone and reduce AV node activity in a simple and non-invasive way. If this is not effective, medications such as beta blockers or digoxin can be used to suppress AV node conduction. Adenosine plays a special role. It transiently blocks conduction through the AV node, which can abruptly terminate PSVT. Adenosine is also useful diagnostically, especially in regular narrow QRS tachycardia. Now let's move on to ventricular tachycardia. In contrast to PSVT, VT originates from the ventricles and is most commonly caused by a large reentry circuit within diseased ventricular myocardium. Unlike PSVT, VT is usually associated with structural heart disease. The most common underlying cause is a prior myocardial infarction, where scarce tissue provides a substrate for re-entry. Cardiomyopathy, myocarditis, and post-cardiac surgery states are also frequently causes. In this video, we mainly focus on monomorphic VT, in which the QRS morphology remains consistent. Polymorphic VT, such as dorsal plans, has a different mechanisms and ECG appearance. Because ventricular activation does not use a normal conduction system, the QRS complex becomes wide. Although the rhythm is often regular, ventricular contraction becomes mechanically inefficient and poorly synchronized. This leads to a reduction in cardiac output, which explains why VT can rapidly cause hypertension, syncope, or shock. VT may also deteriorate into ventricular fibrillation, making it a potentially life-threatening arrhythmias. VT is defined as 3 or more consecutive wide QRS complexes. When only 1 or 2 ventricular beats occur, they are classified as premature ventricular contraction or PVC. It is very important to understand that the treatment strategy for VT is completely different from PSVT. PSVT is treated by targeting the AV node. However, VT originates from the ventricle, so AV node blockers are usually ineffective, may even be harmful. For this reason, VT should always be treated as a potentially life-threatening emergency. Unstable patients requires immediate DC cardioversion. Stable VT can be treated with amiodarone, and if the rhythm degenerates into ventricular fibrillation, immediately defibrillation is required. Before we finish, let's directly compare PSVT and ventricular tachycardia. PSVT originates above the ventricle, most commonly around AV node, and is caused by a small reentry circuit. Because ventricular activation follows the normal conduction system, the QRS complex remains narrow and the rhythm is regular. PSVT usually occurs in patients without significant structural heart disease and is primarily an electrical disorder. In contrast, ventricular tachycardia originates from the ventricle itself and is usually caused by a large reentry circuit within diseased myocardium. Because the normal conduction system is not used, the QRS complex becomes wide. VT is strongly associated with structural heart disease, such as prior myocardial infarction, and carries a much higher risk of hemodynamic collapse. Also, symptoms such as palpitations may appear similar. VT is fundamentally a more dangerous arrhythmia and requires a complete different treatment approach. So clinically, if a patient presents with a wide QRS tachycardia, always assume ventricular tachycardia until proven otherwise. This is a core essential knowledge for understanding tachyarrhythmias. There are many other types of tachycardia, but first you must clearly understand PSVT and VT. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.